Hey 340, Mr. Downs here, and I want to introduce you to my dog Artie. You've heard me talk about Artie in class a few times, and I thought it would be nice to do an episode that involves him and his species, because he is a dog. Artie is a specific type of dog. He is a golden doodle. That means that his mother was a golden retriever and his father was a poodle. So 1, golden retriever, 2, poodle, 3, golden doodle. That's 3 different breeds of dogs, and it got me thinking, how many different breeds are there? I want to back it up here for a second and say that another name for dog is canine, and according to the World Canine Organization, there are around 339 different breeds of dogs. That's big dogs, little dogs, hairy dogs, dogs with no hair, hunting dogs, police dogs, all different kinds of dogs. I'm sure that a lot of you own a dog, or know somebody that owns a dog, or have at least pet a dog in a park or somewhere else. I'm sure most of you have seen a dog before. Humans and dogs coexist. That means that they live together and exist together in the same time and same place. A lot of research points to humans and dogs first starting to live together and work together around 15,000 years ago. There's even some scientists that suggest that we could have been living and working with dogs for the last 30,000 years. About 30 of the last 45 United States presidents have had at least one dog. FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the guy on the dime, had 7 dogs. Even his memorial in Washington, D.C. has a sculpture of his dog Murray, the outlaw, next to him. But why do people all around the world have pet dogs? There's an estimated 1 billion different dogs in the world, and about 1/4 of them are pets, like Artie here. All the other dogs tend to be kind of like wild scavenging dogs that are in other parts of the world. Dogs are actually a pretty intelligent animal. One resource I found said that the average dog has about the level of intelligence of a 2-year-old human being. Now, that might not sound like much at first hearing it, but take a moment and think about all the things that a 2-year-old can do. A 2-year-old can sort shapes and colors. They can talk to you in short, simple sentences, and they have the ability to run, climb things, solve puzzles, and play simple games. A dog is capable of understanding about 250 to 300 different words. They can also count up to 5, and some research has even pointed to dogs being able to solve simple mathematic equations. Think about that 2-year-old again. A 2-year-old can copy others. I want to show you something that Artie can do. Artie, for example, knows how to sing. So if I start singing, he'll start singing. Like this. He likes a higher pitch. Artie, are you ready to sing? Sing! That's his way of singing. Okay. Artie also knows how to play games like fetch and hide and seek. He also pretty clearly understands about 250 different words. Words like the names of everybody in our family. He also knows the words walk and peanut butter and sleepover. I feel like these words are getting him excited just by me saying them, but he knows those words. Dogs have a very strong sense of smell in their nose. The average dog has a sense of smell about 30 times greater than a human being, meaning they can smell things 30 times stronger than a human being, even smells that we might not think are there. The bloodhound sense of smell is actually stronger still, about 40 times stronger than any human. There's some research that suggests that bloodhounds are able to smell scents that have been around for the last 300 years. That's why bloodhounds are so good at tracking down people and other animals. Dogs also have a really strong sense of hearing. They're able to hear sounds about 4 times farther away than the average person. Dogs can also hear sounds that people can't hear, and different pitches that people can't hear. However, dogs on average don't have as good of vision as humans. For example, they can't detect the same amount of different colors that human beings can, and their vision also is a little bit blurrier than the average humans. But dogs can see better than humans at nighttime or in dark places. This is because their ancestors were nocturnal, which means active at nighttime. Let's take a look now at some different dogs around the world. This type of dog is a Boston Terrier. It is believed that all Boston Terriers can be traced back to a single dog named Judge. He was thought to have been the very first Boston Terrier all the way back in 1870. This type of dog is a Shar-Pei. A Shar-Pei comes from China and is mostly characterized by its wrinkly fur and wrinkly skin. This dog breed is called the Great Dane. Great Danes can grow to be one of the largest breeds of dog. If you've ever seen Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo is modeled after a Great Dane. This type of dog is the Shih Tzu. The Shih Tzu dog is also from China and is thought to have been a royal breed, meaning that it was given to emperors and other royalty. This type of dog is called the Chow Chow. The Chow Chow has a lot of fur and its coat needs to be well taken care of. You might also notice on a Chow Chow that it has a bluish black tongue, which gives its mouth a unique and interesting look. In order to grow, dogs need a balanced and healthy diet, just like a person does. If you look on the back of any dog food brand, you'll see the actual food that they process into dog food. A lot of times it contains rice and chicken and sweet potatoes and carrots. Those are foods that are safe for dogs to eat. All this talk about what a dog needs to grow made me want to check on our friend Baby Groot. And if you look at Baby Groot, right there, you can see that there's some really nice chia growth at the base of the planter. However, if we look at the top of his head, there's not a lot of sprouts still. There's some in the water hole, but that's about it. I'm gonna keep watering him and leave him where there's sunlight, and hopefully the next time we check in, we'll be able to see some more growth on the top of his head.